Yo, I gotta admit, I'm getting really excited now about this fight. We get this surprise press conference out of the blue from Saudi Arabia. We were hearing talks of Joshua versus Wileen and Wilder versus Parker. Now we see it's really happening. Dude, how do the Saudis put up all these fighters on the same card? We got Frank Sanchez versus Junior Fall. Frank couldn't make it to the press conference. We got Otto Wileen versus Anthony Joshua. I believe that's the main event. We got Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. And of course, we got Big Pharma Miller. And this dude is like, yeah, I'm going to wake up the crowd. He starts talking. He does a lot of this like the boxing toilet. They got all this talk. And I'm hoping he's not in Daniel Dubois' head because people are starting to think Daniel Dubois is soft mentally and they think he's got some quit in him. So I was even hoping he would say more stuff back to Big Baby Miller when he started talking about him. I'm like, man, don't just sit there. But I was watching Showbiz, and Showbiz showed how Daniel Dubois was licking his lips while Big Baby Miller was talking like he was hungry. But I don't know, man. I just think that I think it'll be easy for someone like Jarrell to get into his head because of his size. And, Americans are pretty good at the mouth game. I just hope if Daniel Dubois quits again, dude, I don't think he'll be able to sell another fight. He's gonna have to go in there and try to use some type of intimidation on Big Baby Miller. When they came face to face, I was surprised that Miller didn't start running his trap again, but I don't know, man. I didn't know this fight was gonna be on the card. When I saw Big Baby Miller versus Dubois, I was like, oh shoot. I'm gonna have to call Coach James Bashir and see if he's still working with Dubois. But this is a huge card. We got Bivol on there. I think he might be the only non-heavyweight on the card. This is an incredible card. December 23rd, Anthony Joshua got into it with Big Baby Miller because he started on him, and Joshua said, "Don't start with me. Like I'll come over there and slap you." Kind of like I was telling the boxing toilet. But Joshua's not slightly intimidated by Big Baby Miller. See, it's one thing to do all this talk, but Miller's not a knockout puncher, so it's like, dude, all that talk in the world and you got pillow fists, what difference does it make? But Joshua let him know he wasn't having it. And Wilder was very respectful. He wished the best for Anthony Joshua. And he's like, hey, even if you don't win, he wished him the best. Wilder was real respectful. Joshua and Wileen kind of got into it close up. And they had a lot of words. Shout out to Kurt, Counterpunch Boxing News. He did a video showing exactly what Joshua was saying to Otto Wileen. Joshua was saying he was going to mess him up. I'm trying to clean it up. And told him to be concerned about his business or something. Joshua kept pointing at him, and Joshua looks like he's focused. He looked big as ever. It was great to see him and Deontay Wilder even standing together, even though they're not fighting each other. But it was great to see all those people on one panel, man. Frank Sanchez, Junior Fall. Like I said, I'm going to run them down again. Joshua versus Otto Wileen. Of course, that's the main event. I believe Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. Wilder had nothing but good things to say about Parker, that he's a great man inside and outside the ring, and I second that. Who else is on the card? Big Baby Miller, Daniel Dubois. I'm really looking forward to that one. I'm really looking forward to that one in the future press conferences. The fight's almost upon us already. So I don't know how many more press conferences we're going to get, but I'm looking forward to seeing more from these guys. And it should be lit during the weigh-in and everything. I don't know what Big Baby Miller's going to come and win now that he's hopefully off of his stuff. I hope everybody passes their drug test, or else then we'll have to get somebody to come in. I hope everybody's clean, I understand Derek Chisora was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller, but he said the numbers weren't right, so he's like, I'll give it to Dubois. And I'd rather see Dubois versus Miller than Derek Chisora. But yeah, I'm getting really excited about this to see the panel and all those fighters up there. Um, it's like watching one of those UFC press conferences where it's just loaded with contenders and no pretenders. But what do you guys think of the press conference? Y'all getting excited? I am, man. I am, especially with heavyweights. When it's heavyweights, I'm watching. I hope the pay-per-view price isn't too enormous, but whatever it is, we'll pay that price if you guys put on the right fights. And hopefully, you know, I like Joseph Parker, but I need Wilder to win so that Joshua fight happens. Even if Wilder and Joshua lose, I still want them to eventually fight. Man, I don't care win, lose, or draw. I want to see those two fight. I hate when somebody loses and the fight's canceled. It's like, why? I still want to see the fight. But like I said, let me know if you guys are getting excited about the showdown in Saudi Arabia. The Day of Reckoning is what they're calling it. LSR forever. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe, hit the like button, and be fearless. Yay.